last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a Washington Commanders taking on the Eagles of Houston. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago with that victory over Tampa Bay Chargers.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Howell throwing on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking. Oh, Howe loses it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit. So
here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
23 yards, the final tally.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped their pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Hurts going to move them around. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. They go play action with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goddard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. On the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. 2nd and 10. Al now to throw it. Thomas brings it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the catch, it's Crowder. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The extra. Makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him a long 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Watkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And a Washington offense heading out. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get the quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Powell. To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And just shutting him off there. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 22.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Delay of game, offset.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's in. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And Howe will throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. There he goes, right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Howe's thrown into the hands of McLaurin. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing here, Howell. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw, Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 32 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now out comes Houston.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
25 yards that time.
May not be the first thing you think of with the Eagles offense, but Smith had an incredible 2022. 11th in the NFL in catches, 9th in yards as the #2 option in a run-heavy offense. First down there from one of the game's best young receivers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown! Here's Watkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy. Okay, we're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Oh, Howe loses it.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressure, hurry, harass the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough. Out of this drive, and they need him right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Second down, Hal back to pass.
This one caught by Crowder. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Hal trying to get his offense to hurry up and get set. Now Hal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he takes this one back. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Hurts will throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On first down, Howell. And this one is incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And pressure coming, and they get it once again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
All right, boys, let's keep it up. And time to shine, fellas! Six, baby, get six!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Good with a PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA's. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 71 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Al throwing on first down here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Amari Barno has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they can throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Howell changing the play here.
Looking to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And this will not get close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And take it right on the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcome.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles.
Here's Watkins, 63 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy with his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Out left to Dotson.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now.
as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. That will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Chris Watkins.
57 yards.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott doing on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 34.
91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Powell. This one into the hands of Crowder downfield.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Howe will throw it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Nick.
Leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Second down. Howell now. Under pressure, they got him again. Nakobe Dean in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Going quickly here to Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. He's got it with the 15. A huge play there for Houston. And even 70 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side, Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play 3. Back now here on EA Sports. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over. The Eagles add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground.
Oh, Hal loses it. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Chris Watkins, 57 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprising to see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing here, Howell. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Howell throwing on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Eagles.
Chris Watkins, 79 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll.
Elliott good on the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Back to throw. Howell able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Howell looking to throw again.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Amari Barno. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Howell. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. We just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is taken at the 18. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the...
This is caught at the 20. And he's in for the score. His spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Elliott good with a PAT. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Washington offense going back to work. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a screen for Robinson. And now the ball's out. Funnel near midfield. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now he'll look to throw it. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Amari Barno in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.